Let me start by saying I hate the cold. I left out my house this morning without a jacket, thinking that it would warm up. I didn't check the weather, which is my fault, and as a result, I am cold. I am truly cold. And so I'm gonna make this video as fast and as quickly as possible, and then I'm gonna run inside and get warm. So today I want to talk about book signings. That's something that I haven't really discussed with you in the past, but I wanted to just share my experiences with them. And there are all types of book signings. Like I've done book signings at events, outdoor events. I've done book signings at Barnes and Nobles. I've done bookstore signings at black bookstores. I've done conventions. I've done all types of book signings. And there are some things that they all have in common, and then there are some things that you need to tailor and tweak to the particular event. So let's start with the first book signing that I had. It was at Afro Missions, which is a black bookstore in Philadelphia. It no longer exists, but it gave me my break, and it encouraged me to write and to socialize with the public and to become comfortable in the mode of being an author. Prior to that, I had no experience. The only thing I knew was that if I walked through the mall, sometimes I would see authors signing books at tables, and people would just be talking to the author and chatting and just having a good old time. But I didn't know how to conduct myself as an author, how to present myself to the public. And I was shy and didn't know how to just extend myself. But in watching other authors and then becoming familiar with the arena of signing books, and then just socializing and networking with bookstore owners and the people that run the stores, I learned a couple of tricks. So these are some things that will work for you if you're doing a book signing at, let's say, a black bookstore or a small bookstore. You definitely need to bring your book stands, and I didn't know that in the beginning. So you need to have book stands so that you can prop your books up and display them beautifully. You need posters, and you need maybe a stand to place your posters on so that they're visible, so that people that are at a distance will see the image of your book and will come over and be curious about it. Sometimes the bookstores will supply you with a table and a chair. If not, bring your own. And then also you need a table covering. I didn't realize that. And then you may want to have, let's say, maybe some mints on the table, or you may want to have a bookmark or some type of material that they can take with them in case they're not able to purchase your book at the moment. And of course, with COVID, we don't know when we'll be doing book signings, but these are just some things you may want to consider. And definitely look at how other people present themselves when they sign books. Make sure you have enough ink pens, because you can run out. Make sure you have bags if they don't supply it. And what I've noticed is when you do book signings with bookstores, they usually will take account of the amount of books that are being sold, and they will take the money, and then they may divvy it up at the end of the signing, or you may need to wait 30 or 60 days to get your money, but you would negotiate that beforehand. And then in addition to that, you need to be presentable. You need to look your best, be well groomed, because when people look at you, they make assumptions about you. They think you're a successful author. They think that you've been doing this for a long time, and you want to present that image, and you want to encourage that image, and you want to know about your book. So if they ask you a question like, what's your book about? You want to be able to give them a quick summary of the book in a way that is enticing, and in a way that will make them want to purchase the book. You can also have, as I said, takeaway material. You can have flyers that you can hand them. Some people may have promo codes for books and things like that. The whole arena of book signing has changed over the years. So people, as I said, have promo codes. Pardon. You can also promote your audio book in addition to your ebook. If you have a series of books, you can do that. It's limitless. So this is what you can do with the small bookstore. And in addition to that, as I said, be friendly, smile, invite the people in, have them come to you and talk to you. I noticed, like when I did my first book signings, I had to actually initiate interaction with the customers. There was a time I did signings in a mall, and we had the table and everything inside the bookstore in the mall, but we noticed people would just walk by. So then I was like, well, can we move the table outside in front of the store? And when you do that, I would stand and I would greet people as they go by. Hi, how are you doing? Hello, that type of thing. Oh, come on over, check me out. You know, this is my new book. You know, just be inviting, be pleasant, and then just chat with people. One thing you have to watch out though, sometimes you will get a person that wants to sit there and talk to you through the whole book signing. So you have to be delicate in the way that you extract yourself from that situation, because you're there to sell your book. Yes, you can be pleasant, yes, you can socialize, but the ultimate goal is to move your book and to do it in a tasteful way. There have been times when I've held my books in my hand and it's like, here, want to check it out? You don't have to buy it, just check it out. Tell me what you think. You know, and I would have like 4 or 5 books in my hand and I'd be handing it out to 2, 3, 4 people, and they would look and they would stop and they would look at it and they would say, oh, that sounds interesting, maybe next time. Or they say, you know what, give me one and then sign one for my friend. So being pleasant, being friendly, it does a lot for you. So this is what happens when you do a book signing at a small bookstore. If you do it at a place like Barnes & Noble's, well then they'll have the table set up for you, they'll have the displays for you, and all you do is show up, look nice, sign the books, be pleasant. And usually if you do a signing at, let's say, Barnes & Noble's, and I know a lot of them have closed, but if you do a signing at Barnes & Noble's or a place like that, they will give you a set time. So let's say your signing could be from 3 to 5. So you show up early, you do your signings, and then you start packing up, and then you leave. So that's a more established traditional way of doing it. If you do it at, let's say, a black bookstore or an independent bookstore, the hours may vary. They may see that you're selling a lot of books and they're like, you know what, you can stay longer. You know, you can stay longer than the 2 hours or 3 hours. So those hours are negotiable depending on who you're dealing with. Also, if you do an outside event, which I've done and I enjoy, you need to bring everything. The table, the chairs, the plastic bags, the books, and you need to make sure you have enough books to supply that whole event. Because there have been times when I've gone to events and I didn't bring enough books. I maybe bought 1 case of books and I ran out. And then I'm there but with no product. So make sure, pardon me, thanks. Make sure you have enough product. Make sure you have a receipt book in case somebody wants a receipt. Make sure if you're doing an outdoor event that you have a money wallet or a money bag so that you can make change. Make sure you go to the bank and you get dollar bills so that you can give as much change as possible. I've done this in the past where I've gone to supermarkets and I've asked for dollar bills or $5 bills, enough so that I can make change, pardon me, enough so that I can make change for a lot of the customers, because sometimes they may come with 20s and you don't want to turn them away because you don't have change. So make sure you have change, make sure you have enough pens, make sure you have enough promotional material, make sure you have bookmarkers, posters, stands, anything you need. Make sure you bring water so you can stay hydrated, and make sure you take care of your personal needs before you leave, because you could be there all day long. And when I went to the Harlem Book Fair in New York, it was amazing. I went on a train, brought my books with me, stayed there all day, and I didn't leave that spot until it closed. I'm that type of a writer. I will stay there until the event is closed and until all my books are sold, and then I'll even help other authors sell their books. And so what I like is when we were doing book signings outdoors, we would promote each other's work, we would give each other ideas and tips. It was amazing. It was a beautiful time. So book signings, don't let them intimidate you. Don't let it be something that you are fearful of. Just jump right in there, do your research, come prepared, and enjoy the experience, because they're coming there for you. They're coming there for your books. They're coming there to enjoy the experience of your writing, and they want to learn from you. Some of them could be aspiring writers, and they just want to give tips, and then they may ask you questions that you may think, I've heard this a million times before, but answer it, because to them it's the first time, and you're making an impression and you're making a connection that they won't forget. And one thing I can say about readers, they are loyal. If they love your work, they will tell their friends. They have book clubs. They will do so many things to promote you. So this is my take on book signings. As you can tell, I enjoyed it, and I always tried to dress the part. I always tried to be pleasant, and I, as I said, I learned a lot. And then in socializing with the bookstores, they tell you about books that you may not think about or may not be on your radar. They can suggest books for you to read. It's just a beautiful community and networking. So if you get an opportunity to sell books or to do a book signing, definitely take advantage of it. So thank you for coming to my channel. As always, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Love, peace, joy, and happiness. Until next time, bye-bye.